As a society, it's quite difficult to know where you're going unless you know where you've been, and the technology we have nowadays allows us to digitally capture our historic environment and keep that for future generations of Scots. In Scotland, we're really lucky. We have 5 World Heritage Sites inscribed by UNESCO, from the cotton mills of the industrial site in New Lanark to Neolithic Orkney, to St Kilda out on the west coast, to Edinburgh, which you can see behind me, through to the Antonine Wall, which marked the frontier of the Roman Empire. Scottish 10 is an ambitious 5-year project to digitally document the 5 UNESCO World Heritage Sites of Scotland and also to document 5 overseas heritage sites.
Well, the Scottish Government's involvement in the Scottish 10 came back in 2009 when Ben Cassira of the CyArk Foundation, non-profit making foundation, he challenged us effectively to become involved in helping to digitalise the world's great World Heritage Sites. And so what we did was we said we'd do the 5 Scottish ones, the UNESCO 5 Scottish World Heritage Sites, and we put that together with 5 others from around the planet, opened that up, 5 plus 5 gives you the Scottish 10. The objectives are beautifully simple. I mean, our own 5 World Heritage Sites, everything from the island of St Kilda to Edinburgh, the digitalisation and recording of these in the most enormous detail, right down to the millimetre. And then to do the same for the 5 across the world. And that gives you a huge range of things. It means contact with other countries who are excited by this project. It means discovering new friends. It means great opportunities for cultural exchange. It builds relationships which can translate into commercial ties, but above all, it's, if you like, it's cultural diplomacy. And it's opening, quite literally opening doors, because there's many doors need to be digitalised. But if you look at the great monuments we're doing, I mean, Mount Rushmore, one of probably the most famous American monument, the Queen's Stepwell in India, the Emperor's tombs in China. These are some of the most wonderful World Heritage Sites on the planet. And the fact that in combination with the CyArk Foundation and Historic Scotland and Glasgow School of Art, that we can use that world-beating technology to bring these amazing things to a worldwide audience, I think is a fundamentally good thing. I think it's probably good for business, it's good for trade, it's good for Scotland, but it is cultural diplomacy. But it's nonetheless effective for all that. I think this project is advertising Scotland in a wonderful way. I think it's bringing home to people that Scotland is a country of a great history, and Scotland is a country of a great future. It uses the best in modern technology to make history accessible and culture accessible to the planet. What a great representation of our country that is. It also shows that while we're proud of our own heritage and our own great historic sites, we're equally mindful of everyone else's as well. We're mindful of the great historic sites across the planet, and we marvel in just how wonderful they are. So that's also a very strong message of internationalism, of international concern and international friendship. So I think you can measure this project not in pounds and pence. You measure this project in terms of the enormous fund of goodwill that it generates towards Scotland and our people. So our contribution to world invention and progress and ingenuity is something we're very proud of and something we want to keep doing. So in a sense, it displays Scotland at its best. That Scotland, which has a country which is mindful of its own heritage, mindful of other nations' heritage, and is willing to employ the very best in science and technology to bring that marvellous heritage to an audience across the planet.